Hi everyone. Welcome to your December 2020 messages. Holy cowabunga. I cannot believe we are in December. Wow. This year, despite everything, has gone extremely quickly, at least from my perspective. So, welcome to the final chapter of 2020. I know many of us are very anxious to put it behind us. However, it's kind of like an earthquake. 2021 is going to be dealing with some aftershocks. So, we're not totally out of the woods yet. There's Phineas confirming that we are not out of the woods yet. For those of you who don't know, Phineas is my familiar. So, my kitty cat. So when 2020 rolls around, just you don't have to so much brace for impact as you did with 2020, though none of us, I don't think, really saw exactly what was coming. Even those of us who are in tune with the divine, we just knew that stuff was going to get shaken up. This was going to be a bit of a tumultuous year. I don't think any of us knew how much so. So here's to ending 2020 on a good note. If you are new to the channel, hello, welcome, happy to have you here. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel while you're here. If you are returning, thank you so much for your support. Welcome back. So being December, I wanted to be festive. As you can see, we already have our Christmas decorations up. They went up the day after Thanksgiving. Some of us have trees up all year round, but otherwise, the rest of the stuff came out of storage and it was a lot of fun. So hopefully whatever holiday you are celebrating, happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. So there's that. And winter solstice and any other holidays that might be out there during this festive season. So I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the overall astrology for the month, and I'll keep it here on the general reading. And then the earth, fire, water, and air signs will be different, and I'll just kind of allude to a couple of things as they might come out or be relevant for the particular signs that I'm doing. So feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs over on those videos. On each one, I'm going to do the general, so for Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I'll do a general reading, and then at the end I will pull specific oracle cards for each of the individual zodiac signs. So that's how we'll work that one. All of my information is in the description box below, as always. So if you would like to contact me, if you would like to book your own personal reading or other service that I provide, my website's there, and you can book directly on the website. With the pandemic and everything, I'm not doing much for in-person unless I know people. So the beauty of the internet is that we can do things at a distance. Yes, even Reiki. I am certified to do distant Reiki sessions. So know that that is still an option for you. We can also do tarot and oracle cards via Zoom or FaceTime or whatever works for you. And or sometimes I just do it pre-recorded, upload it here to the channel, and send you a private link so nobody else can see it, but you can. It redirects you right here to the channel, just so you know. All of the decks that I'm using will also be listed in the description box below. And anything else you need to know, feel free to email me. So this month, astrologically speaking, for December 2020, Neptune went direct. Neptune was in retrograde in Pisces from, I want to say, like July, maybe May. It's been a minute. So finally, Neptune went direct in Pisces back on November 28th. So Neptune rules Pisces. So anytime that we have a ruling planet retrograde in its sign, things get super hairy. But basically now we're gaining more clarity. We can reconnect with our hopes and dreams, our visions, and we're now able to see these beautiful new opportunities that are coming for us. We are in Sag season, so happy birthday, Sag. The fun-loving, adventurous, energetic, spontaneous, optimistic, lighthearted energy that is, I love every single Sag that I know. I love you all. The everything has light and shadow. So the shadow side is that they can be a little overindulgent. We'll just put it that way. Impulsive and impatient. They are a fire sign, so they're pretty fiery. It's hard to keep. You can get a Sagittarian's attention fairly easily, but it's really hard to keep. They're kind of like, ooh, shiny. And then they get bored and they go to the next big, ooh, shiny thing that comes in. So if you're able to keep a Sag's attention, it's a very special gift. So we are in Sag season. So if we're feeling a bit more optimistic and lighthearted, and the holidays help with that, I think it's a beautiful marriage of energy. Around the 20th, 21st, somewhere in there, we're going into Capricorn season. So things are going to get a little more down to earth and serious. We're going to focus on working and our career. So Sag is in the middle of coming out of Scorpio season, which is really dark and brooding and kind of like I'm Batman kind of energy. And then, yay, kind of the whole spontaneous and fun loving and adventurous, and yay, everything's a party, life's a party. And then we get into, all right, we need to buckle down and we need to get some stuff moving. So it's very interesting energy that we have during the holidays. So Venus is currently in Scorpio, speaking of Scorpio, from November 21st to December 15th. December 15th is going to be, mid-December is huge, and I'm going to get into it here in a minute. But December 15th, really important day this year. Lots of stuff happening. So Venus is in Scorpio until December 15th when it moves into Sagittarius. So while we're in the Scorpio side, Venus and Scorpio side, we're really sensitive. There's a lot of sensitivity going on, vulnerability, healing and transformation. Scorpio isn't all dark and brooding. Scorpio is represented by the Death card in the major arcana in tarot. And a lot of people can be afraid of that card, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Death is just a transformation. Even a physical death from this world into the next. It's just our energy doesn't die. The physical meat suit dies, goes, checks out, but our energy doesn't die. It just moves on to another way of being. So that's Scorpio energy, that phoenix energy bursts into flames and then rises from the ashes. So that whole cycle, birth and re-death cycle. So healing and transformation. It's a water sign, so swimming deep, the depths of the soul. Learning, this Venus and Scorpio season is about learning to love yourself, even your shadow self, because then we're able to heal those proverbial demons. And it's also great for inner child wound healing. So finding out where those wounds come from and how that energy has shaped our journey into adulthood. And we can go, the beautiful thing is we can go back to our inner child and do some healing and be the saving grace that we needed back then. Speaking of inner child wound healing, Chiron is in retrograde until, guess what day? December 15th. So that is definitely since around mid-July. Chiron is an asteroid, the wounded healer. He's been retrograde in, I believe, Aries for the last several months. So we're basically acknowledging our wounds so that we can heal them. And I've said it in just about every reading where I've mentioned it. It's not to torture you, it's to help you to heal those wounds. And you might want to find where Chiron is. Chiron's not technically a planet, but it is a celestial body, just like the moon isn't a planet, it's a celestial body. So find out where it is in your chart to see where healing has an opportunity to, I don't want to say needs, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but has an opportunity to heal. And it could possibly be connected to past lives. So just keep that in mind as well. So instead of shoving down the pain and ignoring it and letting it fester, there's an opportunity to deal with it, to face the lion. And once and for all, let it heal. It's causing us to be take a very introspective approach rather than an external approach to healing. So instead of saying, what's wrong with me? Fix me. You're going within and you're saying, this is what's, I don't want to say wrong, because that's wounded, but this is what is being brought up for the opportunity to heal, and then seeking, if needed, any outside help, like an energy healer or a counselor, somebody who can help you deal with those emotions, the pain. And there, caveat, there's no one size fits all to healing. It's very, very individual. And that's what I tell my clients all the time. Like, hey, what is this? And how do I heal it? It's like, well, it's everything I do is tailored to my client because everyone is different. I can't just say, I think even medical doctors shouldn't say, oh, you have high blood pressure, here's a pill to fix it. We need to take a more holistic approach and say, is there something in your diet or exercise or stress management that you can do to help yourself? Sometimes you can do all you can and it helps, but it doesn't take the situation away completely. So you do need some extra help. And there's no shame in that. So take that into your healing. You kind of got to figure it out for yourself and find someone who works with you, not promises you the sun, moon, and stars and says, I can fix everything. It's within you. We as healers, ethically, our obligation is to help guide you along your healing journey, but ultimately it's up to you to heal and to do the work. We're also looking at collective healing. And I think that that's particularly prominent in our society right now. The epidemic, the pandemic that we have, has shown us that there's a different way of being and to be more concerned about our community. Rather than me, we need to be careful. We need to socially distance. We need to wear our masks. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. To help each other. To really, yes, we're doing some sacrifices right now by not getting together over holidays. That can be really painful for a lot of us. It's something that we've come to terms with, but we did a lot of talking about it in my family, and it's just really what's best. So these wounds, also in our society, these wounds over the last few years have been brought to light to be dealt with so that we can heal. To quote a certain president-elect, to heal the soul of our nation. And I don't care which side of the political fence you're on. And if people tuned off right there because I said something remotely political or I'm not on the same side of the fence that you are, then you don't need to be here. Because this isn't just about a single side or a single issue. I'm talking about something I was shown in meditation, where everything has been brought up for us because everything was really under the surface in the United States. And by bringing it to light, the world has been watching us. The world has been taking note of what's been going on, for better or for worse. And these wounds, the deep-seated racism that is still there 50, 60 years after the civil rights movements initially happened, there's still so much to be done. There's still so much work that needs to be done so that we can end systematic racism, so that we can end systematic poverty, things that keep people down instead of raising them up. Yes, I'm taking social work classes right now. Can you tell? I'm working on an advanced degree. And finding these things so that we can heal, to be more community minded. That's the Gemini full moon that we just had on November 30th to end November. Coming into December, we're bringing that with us, this whole global, the community, the collective, everybody, what we do, the butterfly effect. Everything that we do has an effect on people that we don't even know. So we really need to focus on the healing. We need to identify the problem, think of ways that we can fix it, and then heal collectively, help each other. Is that so much to ask? I don't think so. And it can be really, these truths that have come out can be really uncomfortable for a lot of us, like, wait a minute, where did that come from? It was always there. It was just under the surface. It had been shoved down. So these uncomfortable truths that are confronting us are giving this an opportunity to heal. Okay. We're also reevaluating our relationships to everything that no longer serves us, and possibly everyone that no longer serves us. Okay, so moving on. We're moving into Capricorn season around the 20th, depending on where you are in the world. Cap is very hardworking, forward-thinking, pragmatic, practical, focuses on financial security, what we do with our money, our career goals, our personal budgets. And I think it's interesting how Capricorn season bridges one year into the next. So we're going to be focusing on New Year's Eve resolutions, as many people do. I gave up resolutions a long time ago, specifically on New Year's Eve. I think it's always a good time to kind of evaluate, but I know it's a symbolic pushing the restart button, the refresh button. And if it feels right for you to do New Year's Eve resolutions, do it. Take the time to really think about where you've been this past year and how much everything has changed for us and where you want to go in the new year. Whether it's a belief system, an actual way of earning income, the way that you spend money, whatever it is for you, the way that you handle relationships with other people. Think about how you might need to rework some things. We have our winter solstice on the 21st, which is a big portal. It always is, but this year is extremely important. It's what astrologers are calling the Great Conjunction, which happens every 20 years. And it's where Jupiter, hold on, I just lost my place. Jupiter, Mercury, and Saturn all come together and form a conjunction. And those three planets coming together on the winter solstice only happens every 20-ish years. And it's happening in the sign of Aquarius this year. So you might be familiar with the term, the age of Aquarius. They sang about it in the 60s and 70s. I kind of grew up listening to a lot of that because my parents are boomers, so they grew up on that kind of music as well. And that conjunction in Aquarius only happens every several hundred years. So this is a brand new start and bringing in some massive energy. So somewhere between the 17th and the 20th, so culminating on the winter solstice, these three planets are moving into Aquarius over those few days. So we're looking at growth and structure and how this just a significant change for everybody. And we're going to be embracing unconventional ways of thinking and focusing on that community. So here we go. We're starting. We're coming into this age of Aquarius, and how I just got full body chills. How we're all globally, we're going to be coming more together, and it is my hope that a lot of those systemic programming is just eradicated. So here's hoping. We got lots to do, light seekers. We got lots to do. There is a new moon total solar eclipse on what day? The 15th. So we're in Sag. New moon's always in whatever the sun sign is in. So that's Sagittarius. Again, very introspective. If you didn't watch the full moon reading for the 30th, November 30th, it was a lot about taking a look from another perspective, another way of doing things, seeing things that are happening. And it was like 6 weeks. So going into like the first week of January. So there's some stuff going on. I think that ties together. So we're spending this period in December very introspective and looking at how, like, ask yourself, how have your views changed this year with everything that has happened? Expand your horizons, redefine belief systems, increase awareness and understanding of other people's perspectives and your own, and honoring both of those things. Not everybody thinks alike, and that's okay. We can't all think alike. It wouldn't be the Earth experience if we did. Then we have a full moon on the 29th in the sign of Cancer. So full moons are always opposite. So we'll be in Capricorn season at that time. So Cancer is the opposite for the full moon. And Cancer is very nurturing and sensitive and family and home life minded, very focused on the home. You're going to feel your feels. Again, water sign energy. You're going to connect or even reconnect with loved ones. Something is going to be brought to light. And I channeled that in the full moon in Gemini reading. Something's being brought to light, and it's prompting these connections or reconnections. So stay tuned. That's exciting. So that's what we've got going on energetically and astrologically speaking for the month of December. I'll be doing readings like I normally do with new moon and full moon. I'll probably even do a winter solstice, and I'll do maybe even an age of Aquarius. And maybe a Venus in Sag. So we'll see. We'll see what we're guided to do. Okay. All right. So we are going to start with the Mystic Dreamer Tarot to do the traditional 5-card spread. So if you are new or not familiar, I do my own 5-card spread. We get the overall energy, the middle 3 cards, it tells a story, and then the bottom is the anchor, kind of where we're going, or maybe some advice. So, as always, gender is neutral. So if I say he or she, it's just the depiction of a card, like a king or a queen. If the storyline fits and I say it's you, but it's more like the other person's side, or if I say them and it's more like what's going on for you, feel free to switch roles. Just don't try to shoehorn yourself into a reading. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's okay. Check out those other placements. So I think that's it for ground rules. Otherwise, I will call out zodiac signs if I see them. Sometimes that helps people, but if it doesn't resonate, if it just confuses you, let it go. Just take the overall energy of the cards. So here we go. What's going on for December? The moon in reverse. Okay, so Cancer and Pisces, hello. The moon in reverse, something is yet to be revealed. Cryptic. Let's see what else comes out. Strength, sign of Leo. 2 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, the Tower in reverse. And the 5 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. So with the moon, there's something that is yet to be revealed. The moon is about illumination, illuminating secrets. When the moon is full, we can see so much more. And it also ignites the crazies in the world. But the moon in reverse, it could also be new moon, because that's when we can't see the moon. So the new moon, it could be a timing thing for some. It could be something around that Sagittarian new moon, around the 15th. Interesting. All right. Strength, sign of Leo, hello. This is also major arcana. This is something, it's going to take a great deal of strength to get through. And we're talking spiritual strength. You could also be gaining that kind of strength coming through this period. 2 of Cups in reverse. So this is saying there could be some breakups going on if you're in a romantic relationship. Could also be like a strain on familial relationships, friendships, any kind of relationship that we have. Because things are very tumultuous right now. We're not seeing our friends and family like we would want to, especially this time of year. So it could put a strain on some relationships. Also, cold weather for a lot of us, and coupled with the pandemic, just kind of like being cooped up together could put a strain on things. So there's some tensions going on, some tensions brewing. With Chiron in retrograde, Venus in Scorpio, I'm really not surprised to see it in reverse. There are some changes coming in. Evidenced by the Tower, yes, even in reverse. So what this tells me is there's a Tower moment that's internal. Yes, it could affect your external world. We'll see what comes out when we clarify. But in reverse, I see that as more of an internal kind of thing. It might be the kind of epiphany that maybe it's not this gigantic upset that's happening. It's something that's more like, man, this has been a long time coming. I'm not happy. Are you happy? Nope, me either. I mean, we're fighting all the time. Two of Cups in reverse. Something needs to give. So it might not be this gigantic out of the blue, oh my God, crashing down, but more like, I saw that this was coming. So take what resonates. Internal Tower, or it could be a more gentle external kind of tower. We have the Five of Swords, which is conflict. It's also, yeah, you won, but what did it cost you? See the two people walking away in the background? There's a victor here, but in being right, you might lose some people. So again, take what resonates. Let's see what comes out here as we clarify. Whoa. Okay, the cards are jumpy. Sorry, I had to keep tapping my stuff. It's being wonky. Justice in reverse. So, sign of Libra. Hi, Libra. There's some stuff going on. There's some stuff going on. So it might be getting a divorce. Could also be somebody feels like karma isn't being served. Things are not fair and balanced. Whatever's going on, like it's not fair. I keep hearing it's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. So whatever is being illuminated for you or is yet to be revealed, you're kind of going through this existential crisis. Like things need to change, but they're not changing fast enough, and I don't know how to enact the change, and it's making me crazy. So there's some stuff going down. There is, and it just hasn't quite come to light yet as to why it's happening, but in the month of December, it will be revealed. Something, we're kind of in this brewing. When I did the full moon reading for November 30th, it just reeked of all kinds of change is imminent, change is imminent. We're in this period of pause before we get going again. And think about it, when things change direction, there's a pause before it starts going the other way. So keep that in mind. So the cards that fell out, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. So that's stepping back, evaluating, kind of seeing where you're going with things. Are things progressing the way that you intended? We've got all these seeds of intention that have been planted. Are they going where you want them to go here in December? Got the Chariot. Hey, Cancerians. Again, I'm here with the moon in reverse. So you've got this duality. See the white horse and the dark horse? Choices, directions, this way, that way, up, down, left, right, wrong, action, inaction. You're in the driver's seat though. Where do you want to go? This is a major arcana, major decisions, major fast movement. So once things are revealed in this moment of pause before you start going the other way, it's going fast. Page of Cups. Somebody is communicating out of love. Sorry about my wonky. I know. I have a Band-Aid on my finger again. So I'm always slicing myself. But the Page of Cups. Pages are messengers. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could be a younger water sign, or you could have a child that's a water sign. But the moon, Cancer and Pisces, Chariot, Cancer. So we got water here like crazy. So the Page of Cups, emotions, delivering some kind of, I think maybe that's what is yet to be revealed, is somebody giving a message, a heartfelt message. Whether it's proclaiming love for someone, could be romantic. It could be just, we have all kinds of relationships, and our friends and family fit into those relationships. They also fit into the Two of Cups, the soulmates, our soul tribe. Soulmates tend to get romanticized, and it's not necessarily something that has to be romantic. Yeah, you can have romantic soulmates. You can have the soulmate, the one, divine partner, twin flame, ultimate, whatever it is for you. Yeah, that is a type of soulmate. Obviously, it's the other part of your soul. But soulmates can also be friends, family, teachers, whatever it is for you. So this Page of Cups is bringing forth some sort of message, some heartfelt message that is going to be revealed. And it's going to cause this movement, this pendulum, to go the other way. How interesting. All right, strength. What is happening in December that we need some strength? What's not happening, right? Oh, 10 of Cups. Yep. 10 of Cups. Happy family, happy home life, emotionally fulfilling relationships. 3 of Wands. You've waited a long time for this. Long time. It's finally coming. And the 3 of Cups. So we got the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. This is, so this could be a brand new relationship for some. Celebrations. Cause for celebration. But somebody's being sneaky. Somebody's being sneaky here with this 2 of Cups in reverse. So maybe it's because you found out, maybe you thought you were happy and you found out that something's going on. Something is just not right. And it needs to come to the surface. It needs to come out. And finally, it will. 7 of Cups in reverse. So we got the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords upright, 7 of Cups in reverse. So with the 7 of Cups in reverse, maybe you feel like you don't have a choice. Like this just happens. And you don't have any kind of choice in the matter. It is also about deception. Someone's like trying to like sneak something past you. What's behind door number 1? What's in cup number 1? You can't see what's in all of the cups. So it could also be a continuation of that deception going on. The 2 of Cups upright. So once you get through this with the Tower in reverse, this, whatever it is, this more gentle ending than the whole crash and burn, you are coming into a period where you are happier. You are finding these more fulfilling relationships. Once this deception gets cleared out, it could renew your current relationship, or it could be we need to sweep that relationship out of the way so that this new one can come in. It's healthy, it's happy, it's joyous. There's good stuff. You just got to be strong enough to get through the bad and keep hoping and keeping the faith and trusting that things are going to be really great on the other side of this. Knight of Cups. Well, hello again, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All kinds of water here, guys. Lots of Cups energy. Okay, so the Knight of Cups, he's slow removing. He's like the third. It's Swords is the fastest, then Wands, then Cups, then Pentacles is the slowest. So the Knight of Cups, he takes his time. And he's not in a rush. He's delivering. So pages trained to be knights, who trained to be kings and queens. So we go from this page who's got this message to the knight who's delivering it and taking action upon it. But you know, taking the time to really feel if this is right, if this situation is what you want it to be. Is this what is the best, and it is, with the Two of Cups upright. So because you went through what you went through before, now you're going to be a little more careful. You're going to take your time. Maybe if it's romantic, you're taking the time to really get to know each other. Maybe you're both fresh out of long-term relationships, marriages, commitments, whatever. And you're like, let's just, not to say that other things don't happen, but before you jump into any kind of commitment, like moving in together, meeting family, meeting kids, you're just maybe going public with your relationship. You're just really taking the time to get to know each other and make sure that it's right. And it is, with the Two of Cups upright. Woo! Now we got the Tower upright. So whatever comes of this, there's a major upheaval, which not sad about. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Tower is my favorite major arcana. Favorite. I mean, other than the High Priestess. I love the Tower. And people are like, why? Everything's on fire. People are falling out of the buildings. Oh my God, utter chaos. It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, it might feel that way in the middle of it, like, oh shit, I need to take cover. But once the storm passes, anything that was weak, that didn't belong, that wasn't working, gone. Gone with the wind. And what's left is fortified and stronger. And those are the bricks that you build with, rebuild with. So that's probably why this knight is taking his time. And even if it's not a romantic relationship, if it's a friendship, or if it's a business partnership, whatever it is, it's more of a slow burn. You're taking your time. You're really making sure that everything is cool and good to go, that the waters aren't muddy, that they're nice and clear. And once you keep moving, there's going to be this major Tower moment that comes in and blasts away the rest of the stuff that wasn't serving you. And maybe it is one of those situations that when your relationship, when you guys do make the move to be together, there's a Tower that has to happen to get rid of the old stuff. And or maybe once you go public, there's something about your relationship that might be viewed as taboo. Maybe it's it's just taboo, and maybe it's a same-sex relationship and you've never been in one before and your family had no idea. Yeah, I've been there. So so there's this whole like crashing down of, wait, what? Or maybe you guys are coworkers and it's like, oh, they work for the same company or in the same department or something. Maybe it's your best friend's spouse, something that wouldn't necessarily might be frowned upon by general society, but you know what? It's nobody's fucking place to judge you. I know I try to keep it PG-13 on the channel. I really do. But I get super passionate about this kind of stuff. Don't let anybody tell you how to be happy. It's none of their damn business. You do what makes you happy. And the Tower might be the other relationships need to go away. Because, or whatever it might be. The job needs to go away. Something needs to go away. So that you can open your heart up to taking forward steps towards being happy. Not all relationships, with the Two of Cups in reverse, that tells us not all relationships are meant to stay with us our entire lifetime. They come and go. Some do, some stay, but not all of them do. And that's okay. We have to get to this point in society where we understand not everything is built to last, because we can learn these. Oh my gosh, my ear. It just totally cut out and is so ringing. Okay. Trying not to get distracted by it and pick back. Train derailed. Okay. So, not everything is built because our souls know that the more souls we interact with, the more opportunities for growth there are. And I think that's something else that us younger generations, yeah, our grandparents pretty much got married and stayed together for the rest of their lives. Like they didn't have a choice. Seven of Cups in reverse. Didn't have a choice. But you know what? We do. We do have choices. And I don't think it's that people get married for the I've been divorced. I didn't get married for the wrong reasons. I don't think at all. When I got married to my now ex-husband, it's because we thought we were in love. We thought that that's what that was, and that our relationship was easy and it was fine. And we were friends for like 3 years before we even started dating. We were together for 2 years and then got married. So we already had several years built. And then it came out that we actually didn't know each other at all. And that's okay. We were young. I was in my early 20s and he was just hitting 30. So, you know what? We were young. I don't think anybody knows what they want in life at that age. I mean, really, do you? No. So our purpose was to come together to have our child. And we co-parent very, very well. Because we had built our foundation on friendship, when the tower moment came and blew everything apart, that foundation stayed. And that's why we were able to have a Thanksgiving meal together this year. The 4 of us had a Thanksgiving meal, which made my son, our son, extremely happy. And that's what it's about. So we meet people. People come in for a reason, for a season. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they go. Sometimes they're here for life. Sometimes it's for a moment. And it's okay. We need to accept that. Sometimes people come back into our lives after a number of years. And we see like, wow, you know, we've been through so much life in these years that now we can be friends, or now we can be romantic partners, or, you know, whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff that's happened. We've hopefully grown, and now we can come back together and be more productive, for lack of a better word, soulfully productive. And then other times it's like, you know what, that needs to go away and stay gone, because not everybody evolves. There are plenty of people that I've given numerous opportunities and they refuse to evolve. And I'm like, you know what, you can stay gone. Bye-bye. My life is just fine without you. So when we discern between the relationships that can stay and that need to go, then we can experience more growth. I hope that made sense. My ear finally stopped ringing. So apparently we're done channeling. All right. So we've got this tower here. And this tower comes along. Clarify the tower, please. 2 of Wands in reverse. So where you were completely stuck making a decision, the tower comes along, is like, okay, we'll make it for you. I've said that too. The tower comes along because we either don't know which way to go or we refuse to move. We refuse to make that decision. That whole idea of being trapped. I can't go anywhere. My family will disown me. My ex will take me for everything I'm worth. Try to take the kids, the house, the car, the dog, everything. My underwear, whatever it is, won't let me have anything. Okay, well, first of all, they can't do that. Get yourself a good lawyer. But the tower comes because there's this inaction happening, whether it's purposeful or not. The perception of being stuck, like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. The universe is like, all right, we'll go ahead and do that for you. So whether you're consciously choosing not to, like, no, it would be easier just to stay where I am and go la 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 la. It's not. It's not. So the universe is saying, okay, I got this. 5 of Swords. There's some conflict. There's some stuff. There's some stuff. So let's find out what that stuff is. It's gonna make me crazy. Oh. Okay. Okay. So Corey, my dear friend Corey, feels the same way about the Death card that I do about the Tower. So Corey, honey, I thought of you. So we've got death in reverse. Well, hello, Scorpio. So much, like every major arcana here for all 3 water signs. So there's that. Okay. If it resonates, there you go. So the death card, death in reverse. So there's this lack of an ending. Like it's not over. In this lack of transformational energy. So with this lack of an ending, that tells me you won the battle, but you haven't won the war. 8 of Cups in reverse. So feeling stuck, you're not moving on, you're kind of wading through everything that's going on. And we've got the 5 of Swords in reverse. So maybe this is an inner conflict for you that is maybe there's an inner conflict happening that is holding you back from going ahead and transforming this energy. Okay, because the 8 of Cups in reverse, you're just not, you're not over it yet. You're still you're emotionally invested. So it's keeping you from transforming. See, we get there. And the 7 of Wands. So you're feeling defensive. You're feeling like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. And you're just not totally sure how to fix it, how to transform this energy, and how to make sure that you're doing the right thing. But don't worry, the universe is here, bringing in a tower moment. And in revealing all of this stuff that needs to be revealed. There's a lot of internal self-actualization, self-realization that is happening that is going to help you after New Year's to just move on. New year, new you, right? Okay. So let's see what you need to surrender. What needs to be surrendered? Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties because the universe is blowing it up. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So you know how sometimes people say, I'm not making a move because I'm afraid of what would happen if I succeed. It's not so much a fear of failure, it's a fear of success. That's what this card is saying. What if everything you've asked for is on the other side of fear? And surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly focus on a positive affirmation. That takes a lot of practice. It really does. That's not easy to master. And if you can, kudos to you. That's awesome. So by surrendering those negative thoughts, I love that. Thank you for sharing and move on. Release that. And full moon is a great time to release, but really any time is a good time to release. So do what you need to do. Write it down, do a voice record, whatever it is. Write it down, tear it up if you want, burn it, let that shit go. Okay? So surrender to success and surrender the negative thinking. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of success. Just let it be. Positive affirmations on both of those. Let's see what the unicorns have to say. I thought unicorns would be good because, one, the Aurora Borealis, I love, makes me think of winter, northern lights. And then Sag is the centaur, and Capricorn is the mountain goat. So we have our four-legged friends here to help us out. All right, unicorns, what you got for us for December? patience. Pause before you take action. Well, I don't think you're going to have a choice. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. How beautiful. Love this deck. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's see what Chiron is bringing up to be healed this month as he ends his retrograde December 15th. I feel like I've been talking about it for 3 years. Ooh. Pay attention to signs, number 10. There's a lot going on in this card. It's beautiful. I love this deck. It's very gothic. There's a lot going on, so I'll give you a moment. It's beautiful. I love it. So we've got the owl up here representing divine wisdom. She's got her lantern to light the way, spirit guiding her. There's some beady little eyes in the trees. And she appears to be in a graveyard, and the trees are dormant. Some of them, not all of them. But she is, she's looking over her shoulder. She's making sure. So if you feel like you're being deceived, like you're in that deception energy, whether it's you or an outside force, then just know that Spirit's guiding you. Watch for signs. Ask for signs. Am I on the right path? Give me a yes or a no. And you might see a billboard that says yes, or you might see one that says no, or you might say this way. You can ask. You can say, play a certain song on the radio. Show me a certain flower, a feather, a penny, heads up or heads down. So many things that you can ask for. Whatever you do, make it very intentional. Feel, does it feel right for you? And then tell the universe, this is what I want as my sign. Okay, so the new moon in Sag. Get the Moonology deck here. New moon in Sag. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon, which I think Capricorn is a cardinal sign. So be bold and make the first move. So if that's what this Page of Cups is, if you're the one that needs to be bold and make the first move, you've got the green light. It will be well received. And then the full moon. Luck is on your side, the new moon in Sagittarius. All right, so even though we're talking about the full Cancer moon on the 29th, could have something to do with that new moon. Could just be hearkening back to the card I pulled for the new moon, be bold and make the first move, because luck is on your side. Told you it was going to end well. So whatever action this is, whatever speaking from your heart, taking action from your heart, delivering a heartfelt message, whether it's a text message, a phone call, showing up, whatever it is, be open to receive, be open to communicate as well. All right, and then a 7 Energies card. I love it. This is Oracle the 7 Energies. It's my newest addition to my ever-growing collection. But it's Collette Baron-Reid's newest. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. That's too many. Divine Matrix, number 44, angel number. 4 and 4 is 8. It's the infinity sign. Divine Matrix. Let's see what the guidebook says. I haven't spent near enough time with these cards, and I really need to because they are gorgeous. All right. The realm of spirit. The knowledge that we are all divine beings, part of a tapestry, weaving our dreams into the fabric of reality. Synchronicity, learning to trust the way that things unfold. So these synchronicities, these meaningful experiences, these happen chance. You could be If it's in person, you could be reconnecting with somebody. You just happen to see each other at the grocery store, or they walk into your workplace, or you all of a sudden you get a friend request from them on social media. Whatever it is, be open. Be open to reconnecting or connecting with somebody. It could be somebody new. It could be you're connecting with someone in a different way. Like you've known them for a long time. And like I said, the whole like best friend thing, you know, whatever it is. Maybe you guys are best friends and you take your relationship in a different direction. Whatever it is, whether it's romantic or business. Maybe you guys go into business together. Whatever it is for you. There's this so much watery energy, so much about relationships and emotion, about being open. So this month, work on opening that heart chakra, being open to whatever the universe is going to give you, because it's going to be fantastic. And make sure that you take action on it, because luck is on your side. All right. So I hope something in here resonated for you. And Rose's Kiss is on the bottom. So there, I try not to make everything about relationships, but there's a lot of love in this one. So there's clearly something going on in a relationship sort of way. And otherwise, I hope everything in here gave you some sort of guidance that you can take with you along your path this month in December. So go ahead, check out your other placements, and stay tuned for the other monthly readings that will be coming up. And feel free to contact me if you would like your own personal reading, especially coming into the new year. I'm happy to do, I'm going to be offering a New Year, New You spread, and take a look. So it'll be a personal service. We'll take a look month by month, and we'll see what the new year has in store for you. So stay tuned for that to show up on my website. And you can follow me on social media and contact me for any other service you would like. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic month. Take care.